Cassie and Roxy are going to be the new main characters in Security Breach, and here's why. Now, did Cassie survive the elevator fall at the end of the Ruin DLC? Well, most likely she did. There's no way that they kill her off that quickly. However, she might be injured in some way because of it. And right before the end credits roll, we can hear Roxy saying Cassie, as in a surprised way.
Cassie.
I believe that this one line from Roxy just confirmed our future for Cassie in Security Breach. As we know, Gregory tells Cassie that he can't let the Mimic out of the Pizzaplex, so he causes the elevator to fall, trapping Cassie inside at the bottom of the establishment. But was it actually Gregory that caused the elevator to fall? Well, I don't think so. Gregory tells us that he's not at the Pizzaplex.
I've been trying to reach you all night. I'm not at the Pizzaplex.
Which means that he couldn't have cut the elevator wires or even caused the elevator to fall, because he's not even there. Now, you could argue that Gregory might have some kind of controls to the Pizzaplex that he could use to control the elevators from outside the area, but it's stated that he only has a map of the building, not any controls for the location. And when Cassie first gets into the elevator when trying to escape the Mimic, Gregory explains how the Mimic has been trapped down there for a very long time, and how the security system that Cassie unknowingly deactivated was the only thing keeping the Mimic hidden down there. But then right after Gregory says the Mimic is free, we hear static, and this is important.
No, it's free. It's not your fault.
Then Gregory's tone changes, saying how it's not her fault, how it's a liability to have her escape, which would also bring the Mimic to the surface. But this doesn't make sense. Why would Gregory guide Cassie to the elevator to escape while knowing the security system is already down, then tell her she can't leave? That doesn't add up. I believe the Mimic is responsible for this, that the Mimic is the one that cut the wires on the elevator as a last resort to keep Cassie down there as she almost escaped. And I know we don't see the walkie-talkie in the Mimic's hand when it's trying to grab Cassie in the elevator. Either way though, that was not Gregory talking to Cassie after the static. But wait, why would the Mimic shut down the elevator, trapping Cassie and itself down there if that's the only way to escape? Well, it's not. There are two elevators. The one Cassie came down in was not the same elevator that she ran to while trying to escape. The elevator that she went down in has two doors that open apart from each other from side to side. The elevator she went into when trying to leave only has one door that opens from top to bottom with a cage-like interior on the inside as well. This means that the Roxy Raceway elevator is still working. This is how the Mimic is going to escape. Now, who was talking to Cassie after the static in the elevator if the Mimic wasn't holding the walkie-talkie? Well, we don't know. There could be other Mimics involved, or other animatronics, or maybe somebody we haven't seen yet. Although there was one other animatronic down there with them, and that was Roxy. Did Roxy grab the walkie-talkie and talk to Cassie as Gregory? Is she secretly helping the Mimic? Well, I don't know. That's a very strong possibility, but I don't really think that's the case. As we've seen, Roxy is very fond of Cassie, and we know Roxy still has a grudge against Gregory for stealing her eyes, but when Cassie begs for Roxy to let go of her, Roxy seems to remember her and apologizes because she thought it was Gregory. And we know Roxy was the only one that attended Cassie's birthday party, and she remembers Cassie loves carrot cake and her birthday was on the 11th of an unknown month and year. I would say Roxy and Cassie are friends. This is why Roxy let go of her when she grabbed Cassie. This is why Roxy saved Cassie from the Mimic. And when Roxy says Cassie at the end of the DLC, this is her finding Cassie in the crashed elevator. They are going to team up in a similar way Gregory and Freddy did in the original game. This is the next chapter in Security Breach. Cassie and Roxy will team up and stop the Mimic from escaping the Pizzaplex. With all that being said, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.